Okay, I don't know what happened. It was connected. Let's try it again. It deleted my other stuff, so I don't know if you guys are gonna join again, but let's see if we can get you back here in the chat. Somebody was asking a question about farmers benefits, and I didn't. It wasn't disability related, and that's kind of the focus of today's VA disability questions. But I think somebody else was trying to answer the question and say that Congress passed a new law regarding farmers benefits for beginner farmers. So I think that was the answer to the previous person's question. I wasn't exactly clear on the question though, but if you returned, then we can try to address that. But I can help you more so with the disability questions. If you have those, you can put them in the chat box and then we can ask about that. So let's see what we got. Let's see if we can not have the connection messed up. I'm sorry about that. This is my first time doing a live stream, so we hit a little bump in the road, but I think we're back on track though. If you have any questions, let me know. I was just talking about, the different kind of benefits you can get as a disability benefits you can get as a veteran. And hopefully I can be of assistance to some people, even though, hey, Mrs. Robinson, is another fellow YouTuber. She does Mindful Mondays, and today is Monday, so she's supposed to do a Mindful Monday. I miss her content. She gives some motivational things, and she was right on point with a lot of her stuff. So if you haven't checked her out, her channel, Good Morning, Mrs. Robinson, for some good motivational information. So I'm trying to see why my internet was messed up on my first live, but we'll work that out later with YouTube to figure out what happened. Hopefully we can help some people and before we have to shut down the live stream. But I'm excited. Mrs. Robinson, you should do a live stream too and give some good advice. You can't keep all the good yourself. Let's see. Yes, get it together. I'm going to keep reminding you. And I'm doing a live stream tomorrow on student loans. So for those of you who are non-veterans, veterans get educational benefits. For those of you who are not veterans and you have student loans, like me and Mrs. Robinson, join tomorrow for the live stream. We're going to talk about student loans and how you can get consolidation, get benefits, get income-based repayment, get forgiveness if you're eligible. We're going to talk about all that tomorrow. That's tomorrow's live stream. Today is the VA though, so keep that in mind. I think the other people that were on the other live stream, they dropped off because my connection. Good, thank you. We talk about that. I hope you put your paperwork in so that you might be closer to it than you think. So we're going to have a party, burn our student loans party, all the paperwork. Burn it. But yes, I'm talking about the VA benefits, the disability benefits. Hopefully I can be of assistance to people. I see oftentimes claims are denied for lack of information. People are misunderstood about how things work, how effective dates work, how VA rates disability claims, how to put in the proper claim, what's good evidence, what's not good evidence. Medical evidence is not always needed to approve claims all the time. If you have a competent layperson statement, sometimes that goes a long way into getting your claim approved. So keep that in mind that you don't always need a doctor's statement for things. So let's see. I'm making a mess. What else we got, people? I think might have lost some of my first round of people because Tomorrow's the Miss Robinson. Tomorrow was yesterday. Tomorrow. What kind of benefits could one get, my husband? Yeah. So if he's a veteran, if he put in a claim, if he was injured during service, and he has a current disability now, and there's a connection between the current disability and service, he can be entitled to benefits for himself. If he has a dependent, usually spouses can count as a dependent too. He has educational benefits that are available to him if he wants to continue in school. He can. He probably could have access to the. He would have to check to see, but I think he still has probably access to educational benefits, even if it's not under the disability realm. He still probably has access. He needs to check though, because some of them expire after a certain period of time. So he should check into that if he wants to continue. He could also end up getting it as a result if he has any disabilities that are related to service. He perhaps could get the back of getting benefits if his educational benefits expire for whatever he originally had. He could possibly do the back door and get benefits through disability. So either way, it depends. But either way, he should check into it. So both of you guys tomorrow, you're gonna do your student loan paperwork. He's gonna check into his educational benefits. That's your to-do assignment, to check in for it, to see, because there's a lot of money on the. That's one thing Congress does not play with is veterans. They put a lot of funding into making sure the veterans are taken care of. So there's a lot of money on the table that some veterans are not even aware of to take advantage of. So I would say he should check into, if he had an injury especially, he should check into it, because he could be entitled to benefits he left on the table. It depends on how long it is though, because it might be a little bit harder to relate it. But most of the time, if it was like clearly something service and that same problem he's having now, and he gets a doctor to say it's at least as likely as not that what's happening now is due to whatever happened in service and nothing happened in between, then he can probably qualify for service-connected benefits. And since he's married, he would get additional benefits for having a spouse. So I would say don't leave any money on the table. He did his time, and he, you know, he's entitled to it for his service. So, what else we got, people? I know some people had questions based on the last video that was based on increased ratings. Those are for people who already have service-connected disabilities, and just some people just like, I feel like I should get an increase, and that's not always, possible under the code. But I usually try to give tips about what you need to prove in order to get an increased rating. Many people also want to get the maximum amount of benefits. I think when you have TDIU, I think under the code, I'll check, but I think you could be entitled up to almost $3,400 a month in tax-free benefits. So if you're eligible for that, that's a lot of money being left on the table if you're not applying for it. And those are for people who usually they are service-connected disabilities. They can't maintain any kind of work. There's benefits available to them. But I'm going to check the code, though, because every year it changes based on the cost of living, what you're eligible for. So keep that in mind, that that's a lot of money in tax-free benefits. You don't have to pay any taxes on veterans' disability benefits. So, where is it in this code? This code is so big. Let's see. Who else we got on the live today that has a question? We're seeing the last bit of the veteran Vietnam War veterans. A lot of the herbicide exposure. There's new disabilities added to the list every year. I think there were 4 new disabilities added this past year, where they said disabilities are due to veterans who are exposed to herbicides while in service. So that was a big deal, because previously the veterans may not have been eligible for it, but now they are eligible for benefits just because it's been added to the list of these disabilities that are now saying, yes, we use these herbicides to take care of foliage, whether you're in Vietnam, some places in Thailand, or just if you prove you were exposed to herbicide that the government used back in the day, then you may be entitled to certain disability ratings because you have a disability. A lot of them are cancers, but they're not always cancer. There might be some heart problems, some skin problems, things of that nature. So keep that in mind. Anybody else have? Let's see. Do you think people should hire attorneys to help through this process? It depends. I think that, so in the VA world, you can't have an attorney until after you've been denied. So when you first start the process, um, you're not allowed to have an attorney represent you before VA. But once you get denied, it triggers the attorney's ability to step in and help you to say, okay, what's going on? And that's when the kind of the attorney's job starts as far as even getting paid. VA for the time before that. If you have a really complicated case and you've been denied, I would definitely say check into getting a lawyer or a veteran service officer, because they know, usually they have people they can contact, vocational experts, medical experts they have that they usually keep. They can write opinions for you. They don't lie about anything, but if they have a good case, they're usually not going to take your case unless they have a good case. If they have a good case, they can usually find medical opinions that will help you win your case. Usually attorney's fees are taken from whatever the benefits you're going to receive. So you usually don't have to pay an attorney any money up front. Their money is going to be held by the VA. If you win, VA pays them directly and then you get your check. So you don't actually have to pay them anything up front. So I would say it would be helpful if you have a particularly complicated case to hire someone to assist you, but it's not always necessary. The process is not designed to kind of set the veteran up. Although, as I mentioned, we have this big book of law, which can be kind of overwhelming to the average layperson. Some cases are, open and shut, and you won't need an attorney, and then some of them are you're trying to kind of do some legal jumping to kind of get your claim. Earlier, my disclaimer, I can't represent you, but there are attorneys that you can go to that specialize in veterans law. So thanks for watching, guys. And I think somebody else was asking a question, but I can't see it from the other live. So I'll have to go try to pull it up, or maybe they'll pop back in the chat. So let's see if I can figure it out. This is my first time doing the live stream. So I thank you guys for joining the live stream today. And don't forget, we have a couple of more live streams coming up. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe so that you'll be the first to know when we post new content. We post content about law school, about veterans law, about employment law, personal finance. We try to give a variety of things. Tracy, the other attorney on the channel, she is an employment lawyer, and she gives some sound advice. I know with COVID being right now, we're in the middle of a pandemic. There's a lot of employment related issues, and she's done a couple of videos of that. So if you haven't checked that out, check out her videos live stream on. Okay, I'm gonna give it a few more minutes because we had a little technical difficulty. A few more minutes before I close out the live stream, but I thank all our subscribers who watch and give supportive comments and give questions so that we can try to help you guys in some way or the other. We started this YouTube channel almost a year ago, and it's grown so much, and we have a variety of subscribers here. So we're grateful. We're going to reach that year mark in a few short while. So let us know if you have anything else. I'm trying to give to other people because we had a good amount of people on the other stream that I had some connection problems for some reason, even though I was sitting in the same spot. And it kicked me out. So hopefully we can get back if they give them an opportunity to have questions. I know there were a good amount of interest in veterans law, veterans. There are a good amount of veterans in the country, and they're trying to navigate VA world. And I'm happy to offer some tips that can make it a little bit easier for them. Let's see. I'm going to give it a couple of more minutes, and then we're going to close out the live stream. Here's a little